Taicho, I think there's so many existing companies that are priced very cheaply. So I'm not looking at any of the IPO markets right now. Josh says, new to investing, have around 6,000 invested tips. I'm 60% in VTI. Okay. The nice thing, Josh, is that since it looks like you're already investing, so I would just say keep doing what you're doing. I can't give you specific, stock picks, but I share with you guys how I invest my money. Right? I share with you guys exactly what I do with my portfolio, but I can't be telling people what to do with their portfolio. Um, Mikaya said, "What do you think about Microsoft?" I love it. It's my biggest conviction play. Microsoft. I have Microsoft at 40% of my portfolio. So if Microsoft goes bust, my whole portfolio goes bust. Gus says, "What's priced cheaply?" Hmm. Microsoft was cheap a week ago. Now I would kind of say it's like kind of fair price. So, Flying with the Right says, "Do you like Home Depot?" I'm okay with Home Depot. Home Depot is one of those companies that during good economy, I believe it can make money. During a bad economy, I don't know if it can continue to make more money. Courtney says, "What did you buy it for?" Microsoft. So I started buying Microsoft 7 years ago in 2019. Back then, Microsoft was trading around 150 bucks. So I've been in Microsoft for a long, long time, you guys. It's a company that I still continue to invest in for a while. Tyler says thoughts on Nebius Group right now. Hey, congrats to Nebius Group. I was wrong on Nebius Group. I'll be one of the first to admit that. I really thought that Nebius Group is not going to have the money to build out their data centers, but apparently they're able to build out their data centers. They're getting the money, so good for them. Yeah. Giovanni says better 40%, 40% in Microsoft. That's right, you guys. I have that much in Microsoft. So portfolio's been performing very well this past week. Courtney says you put money in the market each week, every 2 weeks. So I get paid on a bi-weekly basis. So every 2 weeks I get paid. That's when I put money in the stock market. April says, you think QQQ a good buy now, continue to go up, or wait to go down again? April, I'm so sad that you're asking me this right after the QQQ has had a huge run-up movement. Ricardo says, I got $10,000. Where do I drop it? Well, Ricardo, let me ask you a question back. Which companies do you think is going to make more money in 2027 and 2028? Compared to 2026. Meatcube says, didn't Nebius sign a deal with Microsoft? That's right. They did sign a deal with Microsoft, but they're also a competitor of Microsoft. User128 says, guessing we won't see another big pullback. I don't think anytime soon. That's what I believe. Maybe until October. October, September can be a bad month, but yeah. Flying with the Ride says, what price range would you buy Microsoft again? I'm continuing to still buying Microsoft. I like it. Yeah. Gus says, how much do you put every 2 weeks? I usually put every 2 weeks, 1,500 or sometimes $2,000. Varies. Yeah. Uh, User 803 says, what are your thoughts on Costco? 30K for 4 years. Wow, that's a lot. Crispy says, how old are you, Andy? How old am I? Well, question for you guys. How old do you think I look like? Because every time I ask the question about my age, I get a huge variety in age. Some of you guys think I'm in my early 20s. Some of you guys think I'm in my 40s. So I love that question. Pink Heart says 36. Tim Hunt says 38 years old. Damn. 38, you guys. That's tough. 36. Damn. All right. I got more 30s than in my 20s. That's a tough one. Access, do you add the same amount to each stock? No, I don't. Every 2 week it varies. So I am 28 years old, you guys. Yeah. I'm 28 years old, but in 2 days I will be 29 years old. Yeah. So interesting there, huh? Dedrick says because of your voice. Interesting. You know what's funny is that when I was 18 years old, so just 10 years ago, I used to have such a soft spoken voice that most people used to tell me, like, Andy, I need you to speak up because I can't hear you. And nowadays, you guys tell me that I have a voice for older. Seb says you just seem mature. Oh, thank you so much, Seb. Appreciate that. I think that's what happens when you're in banking for 11 years, and all my coworkers are so much older than me. So, Susan says, Andy, is your branch close to UC Berkeley? My branch, my office is about let's say no traffic, right? No traffic, about 20 minutes away from UC Berkeley. User 128 says, how long did it take you to invest 100,000? Like 6 years. It took a long time. Harley says, how do you plan on celebrating your birthday? Chipotle and In-N-Out. Chipotle and In-N-Out, you guys. Lake says, where do you work? I work in San Francisco, you guys. I'm in banking. Let me take a look. Jason says, let me see all tab. Which tab? Wages says, what are some stocks on your wish list currently? It's still the same. I might actually. Somebody told me about Roblox being down 50% down. Um, hmm, interesting. Ron says, I'm older than you by a year, but look at what you've done. I'm just starting out. Hey, the nice thing is that we may have different starting points, but like the best time to start, people always say, Andy, when's the best time to start investing? It's like 20 years ago. Or it's like, when's the second best time to start investing? Probably today. Right? Davian says, do you put your investments in a Roth? Yes, I do put a lot of money in the Roth account. So I max out my Roth typically the first thing every year. And yeah. Harley says, does In-N-Out do birthday gifts? No, they don't. They don't give In-N-Out. Courtney says, do you think market is going to crash? Warren B holding on to a lot of cash waiting. I don't think so, Courtney. I don't. I just think there's a lot of young people that have a lot of cash. Mooney says, how did you get 35,000? 35,000 because the stocks that I held went up a lot. Giovanni says, are you in international banking? I'm not. I am in retail banking. I manage one of the offices, you guys. Seb says, have you seen him stock? It's doing well. I have. I just think it's too much risk. Yeah. Efrain says, Andy, what are your thoughts on Tesla? Unfortunately, Tesla, which is funny because I drive a Tesla, but yeah. Harley says, how long did it take you to reach 20K? 20K might have taken me, let's see here, 20K, about 2 years to reach 20K. Because in the beginning, I was making minimum wage, you guys. Minimum wage when I first started working was $12 an hour. Like I didn't make that much money in the very beginning, so it took a lot. Yeah. Um, Susan said, how long did it take you to get 100K? About 6 years. It like the first 100K took me so long, you guys. It's a freaking pain in the butt. And for instance, and then now, you know what's crazy is that the first 100K takes me 6 years, and now like 35,000 in a single week is like a lot. It's super doable. So I just think that's so interesting. Yeah. Eliza says, what was your net worth at 22? Oh, that's tough to remember. Maybe maybe around 60K. Yeah. Because I was working all throughout my college years, you guys. So funny says, do you still add cash to? I do. I still add cash. Byron says, what are your returns year to date in percentage? So typically my portfolio goes up around 15 to 20% year over year, and that's what I'm really looking for. Harley says, that's so insane. I hope to reach that goal someday. You will, Harley. You will. I do believe that. You're so pretty. I see that you're very ambitious. This is your teleposition still open? It is filled, you guys. But I do know telepositions in the area that's close to where I work. So yeah, we may be able to work in the same company, just different offices. Christmas says, do you invest in S&P 500? I invest so little in S&P 500 that I don't include it. It's like such a small percentage of my portfolio, maybe like a percent or so, less than a percent, that I just think it's so insignificant. Planet says portfolio beats S&P 500 return. Absolutely. After 11 years, you guys, it does. Because if I was not beating the S&P 500, I wouldn't. I would change up my portfolio. Tommy says, I love how this run is right now, but I got a bad feeling a huge drop off is coming soon. I don't think so. I disagree, Tommy. I disagree with that. Wait, just how does the midterm election affect stocks? A lot of volatility. I'm expecting a lot of volatility coming in September, coming in October. Stresses, do you like Bloom Energy? I haven't done research on it. Sergio says, do you think SoFi technologies will rise? Ooh, it's a tough one. So I am bullish in SoFi in the long term, but in the short term, there's a lot of volatility there. Max says, how long do you think it'll take you to get to $1 million? In 3 years. I think in 3 years, wait, in 3 years, I will be 32 years old. Yes, I think by 32 years old, I will reach $1 million, you guys. TK says, Andy, is my comment filtered? It's not. No, no. Any other ETFs you like instead of SPY? I'm not really an ETF guy. Crypto futures. So where are you from? I'm from San Francisco. Patrick says, "Or do you see any issues with banking banks shorting private equity that they're lending?" No. So is it hard to transfer branches? Not really. No. It says, "I got into UC Berkeley today. Still considering if I should go." Hey, congratulations! Going to what do you call it? Getting into UC Berkeley is not easy, you guys. So it's very impressive. Um, let's take a look here. Obama says, "Do you live in the city?" I do live in San Francisco. Yes, I live in the city, you guys. My where I live in OpenAI office is like 20 minutes away. So I live pretty close to the OpenAI office. Yeah, a lot of the tech companies that is in SF. Yeah, I live pretty close to all those offices. Lifehack says, Andy, tell me you have done some research on ServiceNow. I have Lifehacks. I'm very biased, dude. I'm very biased on ServiceNow. Okay, because I've used the product. And the reason why I say I'm biased is because maybe I'm using the most basic product, but ServiceNow seems such a simple product. It doesn't seem like it's something that has a strong moat. Um, But yeah, yeah, that's my big issue with it. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I'm using the most basic one, and maybe I'm not utilizing ServiceNow to the to the most of its ability. So it says you made this all on Punch. No, I did not. 5.0 says SF. I worked in Palo Alto for a bit at FinTech. Hey, let's go, man. Yes, but yes, I I am in San Francisco, you guys. Let me take a look here. Someone says, "Are you crypto futures trader?" I don't do crypto. I do have an issue with spammers though, you guys. So I'm gonna have to mute you, okay? Still Tippin says, "What's up, bro?" Hey, what's up, man? Florida says, "Can I pay any?" I don't know about that, Chief. I'm gonna have to put you on a mute, I guess, Florida. I apologize. Um, Let me take a look here. Christmas is Robinhood ticker symbol hood? It is, yeah. Efren says, "Why thumbs down on Tesla?" The reason why I'm thumbs down on Tesla is when you look at the financials of the company, the revenue is going down. This is not a company that's growing, yet there's a lot of hopes and dreams of investors that's in Tesla right now, and I don't like that. I don't invest based on hopes and dreams, you guys. Alex says, "Is there really a problem with homelessness in SF?" I don't think so. Yeah, because the homelessness in San Francisco, they mind their own business, you guys. Angie says, "I bought Microsoft because of you. Thank you." Hey, let's go, Angie. Congratulations. Yeah. 5.0 says, "Advice on how I double my net worth. Currently have a 200K net worth at 25 years old and want to double." That's amazing. It really depends on, well, I don't have the mentality to double my portfolio. Like, it depends on how big is your timeline, right? Because if you want to double your wealth in 10 years, I think it's very doable. But if you want to double your wealth in like 1 year, it's pretty tough. Tim is rent in San Francisco really that bad? It's it's doable. I mean, it's expensive, but it's doable. April says, "What are some individual stocks that beat ETFs that you've been able to have 50%?" My Google's been able to destroy the ETFs. Costco has been crushing the ETFs. Robinhood's been destroying ETFs. Meat Cube says, "Do you like SF Sports Team?" I do, but I don't really watch sports that much. I don't have the attention span, but I play a lot of sports. So I play a lot of sports, but I don't watch a lot of sports. Musa says, "I just started investing this year, 26 years old. I started with $50,000. Hey, let's go, man. Congrats." TK says, "Andy, I'm going to trim some Broadcom and go in on Microsoft." TK, welcome to Microsoft, gang. So it says, "What is the lowest amount to start with?" The nice thing nowadays is that when you're investing, you can have fractional shares. So yeah. Well, is it still good to buy Costco? I still have Costco. I haven't been adding to Costco in a long time, but I don't plan to sell out of it. Easy does this. Do you feel like there's going to be another big drop after this push? I don't think so. No, no. Luigi's is the only sport you play is Chipotle. No, it's the only sport I play is basketball, you guys. 5.0 says, "Thinking about moving 30,000 into dividend stocks and 20,000 into Ethereum." Okay. Um, Crypto says, Andy, if you had to sell all your stocks to buy property and make $3,500 a month, would you? I wouldn't. I'm not doing that, you guys. I don't have the time to take care of a rental property and all that jazz. It's a lot of work. I'm already stretched thin as I can, you guys. I'm working like 60 to 70 hours in my banking job, and then I come back and I do my videos for content creation. So there's no way I can do rental income as well. Being a landlord, that's just way too much to for me to handle. It's too much on my plate. Yeah. Diego says, is 18,000 at 18 years old good for investing? Hey, congratulations. That's amazing. In Holland says, do you work in credit underwriting? I don't. Nope. I manage one of the offices. Harley says, any upcoming guests? Harley, what type of guests would you enjoy? What type of what type of guests would you like to see on the live stream? Barry says, what's your net worth? At this point, it's like 570. 5.0 says, any certificates you need for a banking job? No. You just got to be good with people. Customer service skills. Meet says, is it counterintuitive to have Microsoft and NBIS in the same portfolio? Hmm. Not necessarily. I mean, unless you really think the way I see it, I think the pie is big enough for both um, Microsoft and Nebius to both succeed. Emily says, where should I invest my first $100? Well, Emily, let me ask you a question back. Where do you think, which companies do you believe will make more money in 2027, 2028, 2029? Yeah. Another justice is Tony Zhang on the live stream. You two are the best combo. Oh, I love it. Which actually, if he's on right now, let me send him an invite. Oh, I don't think he's on. Okay, all good. But good to know that you guys really enjoy Tony and I's live streams. Good to know that. Let me take a look here. SJ says S&P 500 short squeeze plus low chance of interest rate cuts. Opinions. I think this is the beginning of another bull run, but that's just my thoughts. MP says, do you recommend Robinhood? I wouldn't say recommend. All I will say is that I had a pretty good customer experience with Robinhood. I like it. Uh, Mr. B Real says, do you work in banking? Yes, I work in banking. Yep. Let's take a look at Mr. says, my plan is to max Roth IRA with VOO since I'm not savvy with stocks and sell puts on a second account. Okay. At least you're investing, man. That's like we can all have different investing styles, but the one thing I really look for is to go ahead and see that you're investing. Because when you're investing and you see your stocks going down, you gain experience points. All right. Crypto says your energy and knowledge beats Tony's live stream. Oh, thank you so much for kind words. Dylan says, what's your age? How old do you guys think I am? Because every time I get asked about my age, I get such a wide variety in my age, which is just so crazy. Hollywood says you made that and you made all that with just those five. That's right, Hollywood. Just five. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? Guillermo says, I know the fastest yearly growth happened 50%, but for the rest of the year, how much does it grow? Fastest yearly growth. No. So my tip on a good year for my portfolio, sometimes it's like 25%. So I have some people saying 28 years old, and then some people saying 45 years old. Wow. So you see, it's so interesting that I get such a wide variety when it comes to my age. Some people say 45, some people say 25. I am 28 years old, you guys. But in 2 days from now, I'll be 29. Harley says, so far I enjoy all of them, but someone from Blossom Social. So Harley, um, oh, you're looking to ask somebody from Blossom Social. Okay, I can reach out to Brandon and see if he's willing to come back on. Crypto says, do you invest in Bitcoin? I don't like Bitcoin. I don't like anything that doesn't have cash flows. If it don't got cash flows, I don't do it. Jose says, Andy, hey, good to see you, Jose. How you doing, man? Max says, thoughts on Netflix earnings. It was disappointing, but I noticed that Netflix does have these cycles where they have disappointing earnings and then um, they have times where they're just on a freaking roll. So this is doing good. How are you? I'm doing great. I healed recently, so pretty good. Lay says, do you think I should invest in NVIDIA at 13 years old? Up, that's really up to you. Harley says, Annika in from Blossom Social is good. She was just named 30 under 30. Ah, Harley, I will reach out to Annika. That that would be pretty cool. Let me take a Owen says, how do you justify active investing when 99% of active investors trail the market? Do I consider myself an active investor? I mean, I don't make those moves where I'm just like trading constantly. Um, I kind of treat myself similar to an ETF where I just buy the companies and just keep on adding into it. Um, yeah. Hollywood says, "Are you a day trader?" I'm not a day trader. No, not at all, you guys. I'm a long-term investor. Dylan said, "How much did you originally invest 11 years ago?" 11 years ago, I started at minimum wage, you guys. I was making minimum wage, which was $12 an hour. So I started at $0. Yeah. Uh, AI Realms question. I have a robo advisor account with a bank. How do you feel about that? I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. I don't like doing robo advisors. I don't like anything like that. All of those, Dan, you must have a good job, then. Uh, I just think I started investing earlier. I started investing in Microsoft at 150. I started investing in Costco at $330. Yeah, 330 was when I first started getting into Costco, and now it's like $1,000. So it's not that I had a lot of money. It's just that the companies I invested into, um, they ended up making they just ended up appreciating a lot. Jose says, "Do you work tomorrow, Andy?" I don't. No. It's my birthday week, so I actually get to take that weekend off on my birthday week. TK says, "Do you have a life goal?" Okay, I do have a life goal, TK. My life goal is that by the time it's all said and done, and I'm 65 years old or I'm 70 years old, I want to look back at my life and let myself know that I tried my hardest. That, hey, I was, I don't want to have a life of regret where I'm 65 years old and I'm like, man, if I tried a little harder, I'd be more successful than where I am now. So I don't want to have that regret. So my life goal is to constantly push myself. Novacan says, "How old are you? How old do you think I am?" I love this question because I constantly get huge variety in age. It's always like that. MP says, yes, regret is worse than failing. That's right. Hans is curious about that. Do you have a bucket list? I don't really have a bucket list. No, I just continue. I love learning new things and I love meeting new people. I was super introverted, but now I love listening to other people and hearing about other people. Um, Sonny says, how come markets are higher than before the war? Are we in a better position? I would say so. I would say the markets are more resilient because when the markets were going down, when the war started, there was like nothing had really changed for them. So now stocks are going back to all-time highs. And yeah, I agree that they should be at all-time highs. Kai says, what do you think happens Microsoft after earnings shooting up? I'm expecting it to shoot higher. Yes. Novakin says, are you 29? I'm 28 years old. But in 2 days, I'll be 29. On Sunday, I'll be 29 years old, you guys. NP says, any books you recommend? I apologize, man. I was able to get all this knowledge that I have without reading books. I'm more of a listener. So I listen to podcasts. I listen to news articles, but I don't read, you guys. I apologize. Mr. Beerless, are you office in New York? I'm in San Francisco, you guys. My office is so close to OpenAI office. It's crazy. And pieces, I'm a reader. To me, reading, the reason why I'm more of a listener is that I can multitask. I can brush my teeth and I can listen. Troy says, do you think early investors like age 18 to 20 will have the same bull run type of return that you got? I think so. We're still early in the AI game, you guys. I mean, AI is still early. AI just came out what 4 years ago. I don't think this is the peak of AI. I think there's more AI for us to have. Let me see here. Nova Kansas, how much are you up year to date? Oh wow! After this week, I haven't gotten a chance to look at it. Mr. Real says, how many hours do you work a week? I work about 60 to 70 hours a week. Hunter says, what is some of your favorite podcasts to listen to? I love listening over to. There's two that I listen to pretty often. One is CNBC. I love listening to Jim Cramer, Tom Lee, and Joseph Carson. Joseph Carson is pretty cool. Isaac says, what's your retirement goal amount? I don't have a retirement goal, you guys. I don't think I'll be retiring. Harley says, I'm thinking about starting social media. Any advice? I'm camera shy and my mind often blanks when you ask. Harley, I'm the same one. I started out super camera shy. I started out super shy. Like I'm naturally a very shy person, but it's just when you do repetition constantly, you get better. Hollywood, so you invested 100K to make 300K. No, I invested about 220K to make around 570K. Jake says, who do you think will win the NBA playoffs? Oof. I haven't been following up with that, you guys. I apologize. I play a lot of basketball, but I don't watch a lot of basketball. Joe says, do you have any crypto? No cryptocurrencies. And pieces financial advice to someone who is 20 years old. I would say give investing a try. Give investing just try it out. See how you like it. Ron says, are meme coins all scams? I don't want to say they're scams, but it's just not my cup of tea. Gia says, how did you make 35,000? Well, the companies that I invest in, they went up a lot, Gia. Like in the stock market this week has been amazing. Wow. MP says, what app though? Please to invest. So it's there's so many different companies that do the same thing. So in my case, I use Robinhood, I use Citigroup, I use Bank of America, the Merrill Lynch. As long as they allow you to invest for free. Hollywood says, you make like 100K a year. In that range, yeah. Most bank managers make around 110 to 160K. Jay says, I don't like meme coins either now. Yeah, I never really got into meme coins. Crypto says, any thoughts on Intel? I know it's highs. I'm not a big fan of Intel. MP says, do you have a free course? I don't have a course, you guys. No course. But I do have a group chat on TikTok. Yeah. Harley says, good night, Andy. Good night to you, Harley. Thank you. Melvin says, Microsoft is up like 30% in the last month, but still down 20% from the highs. I still think it could go back to all-time highs, you guys. I like it still. Hollywood says, you're a bank manager. I am a bank manager. Jose says, next week on payday, are you investing at these all-time highs? I am. I'm still investing, you guys. I still continue to add and dollar cost average. Tommy says, Andy, you should treat yourself after this win. Hey, Tommy, you know what's crazy? So my birthday's in 2 weeks, right? This is the gift that I got from a family member. I thought it's super cool. My family got me a hoodie because I play a lot of basketball. So they got me a hoodie that says Andy the